Begin today's show with our favorite show within a show, Dances with T-Wolves. Oh, yes. Jimmy Butler is sitting out tonight against the Jazz for what the Wolves called, quote, general soreness and precautionary rests. Now, after initial reports came out suggesting Jimmy was sitting out tonight's game as part of a strategy to prompt the Wolves to trade him, Jimmy Butler reached out to me and said that is not true. He told me he is planning to sit out of tonight's game, quote, because my body is hurting after he missed nearly all of training camp. He said he doesn't want to see any soreness escalate into an actual injury as he continues to try to seek resolution to his situation in Minnesota. But again, strongly denied he is sitting out as a protest and confirmed that he fully intends to travel with the team, play at Golden State on Friday. He also plans to be in the building for tonight's game. When I did ask Jimmy what was going on with the situation, he texted me, it's because my body is hurting. I don't want to go out there and risk injury, and now people are making stuff up. What are they going to do when I show up Friday and hoop? Then it will all go back to normal until I'm seen arguing with my dog, and then people will say I named the dog Cat, just so I can yell at him.
But did he name it Cat?
LOL.
What if he did name it Cat?
Tracy.
Holla.
What do you think of this?
I believe Jimmy Butler. And there's some merit to this. I mean, the guy tore his meniscus last year towards the end of the season. He didn't come back until like right before playoffs. I'm sure he had an off season where he was rehabbing, trying to get fully healthy. Like he said, he missed training camp, and it's a shorter training camp than normally. And, I believe that his body is hurting. This is typically what happens. This is why we go through preseason to play out these games, to get through that training camp soreness. And then come, 5 or 10 games into the season, it's all washed away. He's dealing with that now.
2017, 16, 15, 14, Jimmy Butler does not sit a game out with general soreness.
No.
But this is a decision that was influenced by like DeMarcus Cousins. If he does not have a contract in place and the Wolves will not trade him to a team that will assure him of a contract, he is not going to push it the way he did in the past. That is my viewpoint on this. Jimmy didn't tell this to me. This is my read of the situation, that he is not, if he is feeling like he could be risking injury, he is not going to play. In the past, he would have played and he wouldn't have done. You mentioned that meniscus injury. Mm-hmm. Most guys would have not come back last season. He had the more minor surgery and came back and risked his health. And basically what he is saying is, this is my read. I am done risking my health for the Minnesota Timberwolves if they're not going to honor what I want, and I'm not going to risk a potential $200 million or $150 or whatever it is million-dollar contract to play when I'm not 100%.
And I should rephrase that, by the way. I reached out to him about the report, and then he came back to me with some of the stuff, including the dog, which was, I thought, kind of funny. And yeah, I mean, I think all of this is nuance, right? Nothing is completely black and white. And the shade of gray is, of course, his trade demand is tied up in this. Mm-hmm. But that is part of, hey, I don't want to play potentially hurt. Not even hurt, because I don't think he or Tom Thibodeau or anyone is pretending that he's hurt. Right. But hey, if he says my body's hurting and sore and all of that stuff that comes with not having had training camp,
if he goes out there and play,
and you have different goals than the team, which he has been explicit about. He said, I will go out and play every game to win. It's not like he's not trying to win, but my goal is to go play for a different team by the end of the year.
And I agree. When he's been on the court, he has been full-scale Jimmy Butler. Mm-hmm. We have seen guys who've wanted to get traded in the past who have not given it full. When he has been out there, he's been full. And in fact, I even said to him, the game I went to, where he pretty much won him the game, I go, Jimmy, this is not how it normally works. This is not how it normally works, where you make yourself indispensable.
Right.
And so he is. I don't know if it's the greatest example to be setting to everybody in the world, but I kind of respect it. Yeah. I kind of don't have a problem with the way he's.
What do you mean the greatest example to be setting?
Well, I'm not so sure you want everybody to be like, well, if you're not 100% happy with your contract, you shouldn't go all out. But I kind of understand, given his set of circumstances, why he is trying to leverage it, and he's not hurting the team. He's just trying to protect himself, and I'm not in love with it, but I'm not mad at him.
I mean, I just think there's a big difference between this and a protest, right? It's just sort of, okay, and then as he said, and I'll be back for Golden State.